Malika Andrews, and what a show we have for you. Richard Jefferson and Zach Lowe joining me in studio, and JJ Redick and Kendrick Perkins are going to be by in just a bit. Where should we start? Steph?
Yeah,
let's start with Steph. Let's do it because Steph Curry and the Warriors last night, they were in action against the Pacers, and Steph was chasing history. So let's go to early in the second quarter. Let's start there because he had a little bit of a slow start, but then he started making some threes. Richard.
Yeah, he started making some threes, and look, he's going to knock down threes. I know there was all this talk about is he going to hit 10, is he going to hit 16? Look, this Warriors team is trying to win games, and he's going to knock down threes at an impressive rate. But ultimately, I think he might be pressing a little bit. I think their team is, and I think he is.
All 13 points in the first half, so let's skip ahead to the third quarter. Curry.
And look, these are shots that, look, he knocks them down, he makes them. Like, I know people, it feels like he makes every single three, but ladies and gentlemen, he can make some tough ones, but ultimately, I think this is just going to lead us up to a big climax in the Garden.
Well, that would put him 3 away from Ray Allen. So then we see Steph again. This one, that'll put him 2 away from passing Ray Allen for the all-time 3-point record, Richard.
Yeah, and what's key here is that, look, these are needed shots. Look, these are all needed shots. Again, down by 2, under a minute to go, doesn't settle for 3, not worried, trying to get the best shot possible. But look, you got to give credit to this Indiana team. They fight, they battle. This 3 right here could have called it. Oh, and they get it in.
They got it in. They wanted it. And look, I love Jordan Poole's face in the background.
You got to have fun, man. And look, here we go. Karis LeVert with the last opportunity. Try great defense by Gary Payton II. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all she wrote.
The mitten.
That's some pretty good defense. Warriors win it 102-100. Steph smiling like, I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. It'll happen. It's all good.
It's fine.
It's fine. He knows. He knows he's coming for it in the Garden.
This was all a setup. I think this is all a setup.
I think he's been trying a little bit too hard in the last few games, just trying to make threes and get to this record. It'll be a relief for him, I think, and for our team when he does break it.
But the relief part, I get what he's saying, just in terms of the build up and not really knowing what game it's going to be, and just trying to just let it happen. Like, it's one thing I've learned over these last 3 games is keep playing basketball, keep taking shots you think you'll make, and enjoy the experience of it, because you won't get this again in terms of the chase to get over the mountaintop. And after that, it'll just be about how far can you push it.
Subconsciously, you just want him to get the record. So even if you're not going into the game saying, I'm going to give Steph the ball every time, subconsciously, you want him to get the 3 up. And hopefully he makes the first 2 threes he shoots in the first quarter. And saying that, I'll be happy as hell when it's over.
So Steph had a tough time when defended by Malcolm Brogdon. He made just 3 of 12 attempts against him, and he was also cold on catch-and-shoot opportunities and on uncontested 3. Still, he just needs 2 more tonight, just 2 more, and then the chase may be over. A lot to get into with Steph, right? So let's start with JJ and Richard. Hi, JJ. Richard, hi. We just heard Draymond say he can't wait for this chase to be over, and you played with Steph. How much do you think this is weighing on him?
Well, I think all you have to do is go back to, I think it was probably about 10 days, 2 weeks ago, and they asked him what this record would mean to him, and immediately said, hey, look, you're going to get me emotional. Like, to me, that was a big sign. That was a big indication of, hey, this means so much to him that at this point in time, he might be pressing. Did it help with all the media and all the, hey, can he break Clay's record in the process of doing it? I think this is weighing on him a little bit. It's weighing on their team a little bit, not in a bad way, but they wanted, he wanted. So I'm glad that this is starting to come to an end, and what a great place for it to come to an end.
What do you think, JJ?
Yeah, I think Steph is at his best when he's in that flow state, and you haven't seen the joy. It seems like every shot has carried a certain amount of weight, and Steph, like any great shooter and any great scorer, is at his best when he is free and clear and playing with joy, and we just haven't seen that over the last couple weeks. And what I think is interesting to note is we all started making a big deal about this approach when he got within 16, which sounds ridiculous. So we almost added a couple extra games of pressure there for him. because we've just seen him do otherworldly things in his career.
Yeah, maybe it's part ridiculous, but also part a compliment, because what other player do you look around and think, oh, he's 16 away, tonight could be the night, this could be it, right. He could totally do it. But Richard, what did you see from the defense the Pacers played against him last night, and can the Knicks tonight, can they replicate it at all?
You can probably replicate the defense, but ultimately he's still going to knock down 2-3 threes. I think the one thing that I noticed, and over the last few games, whether it was Matisse Thybulle in Philly, look, these are prideful guys. They don't want to be a part of history that will be shown forever and for the next few weeks and for the next 30 years. They don't want to be the guy guarding the individual while he breaks this record. So look, unfortunately, this is going to fall on the Knicks, and they can play good defense, but everyone in the game knows that you can play the best otherworldly defense on Steph, and he can still make 10 threes in this night. So this is less about the defense and more about him and his team maybe pressing a little bit.
Well, Richard, we do have a record breaker in our midst, and heaven knows it ain't you. So JJ, on February 15, 2006, you hit your 414th collegiate three, breaking Curtis Staples' all-time NCAA record. And I know that's not exactly the same, but did you feel pressure as you were sort of closing in on it, getting there, getting closer?
It's definitely not the same. Let's be very clear on that. And actually, I had a 4-game stretch starting with that game against Wake. I broke the NCAA record for threes, I broke the Duke scoring record, and then I broke the ACC scoring record. And by the end of those 2 weeks, I was emotionally exhausted, mentally exhausted. And as Steve Kerr mentioned, there was just a sense of relief. And I think that's what Steph will feel tonight. You want to focus on playing winning basketball and going out and trying to kill your opponent. And what Steph has had to focus on for the last 2 weeks is this record. And I know it's important to him, but I'm sure he'll be glad when it's over.
Well, if you were feeling that way at the collegiate level, I can only imagine at the NBA level, right? So next up for Steph, the Knicks. So let's now go to Madison Square Garden. I want to bring in our Warriors reporter, Nick Friedel. Hi, Nick. You made it to Madison Square Garden. I can see you're outside of it right now. But did the Warriors make it there?
Malika, they're here. They're ready. There are plenty of Warriors staffers who are kind of laughing at the absurdity, because after last night, they thought they were going to get out of there after a little bit of a plane delay. They were walking around the arena in Indianapolis. Steph had a popcorn box with him. Everybody was calm, and then they got the word they had to spend the night again. They took a flight out around 10 a.m. That got delayed a little bit, but they're here, and they're confident that the adrenaline of the moment and of this pending record is going to carry them through the night.
Well, and delays tend to work out for Steph Curry at Madison Square Garden, because the last time when he had 54, he was supposed to take the second bus. I read this from Ben Cohen at the Wall Street Journal. He was supposed to take the second bus. He ended up taking the third bus. He was late. It threw off his routine, and we ended up with 54. So tonight, Steph is in that 54 points. What did he say last night about possibly breaking the record at Madison Square Garden?
Malika, if he couldn't do it in the Bay, this place was at the top of the list. He was beaming last night, especially after he was told that Reggie Miller will be on the call for Turner. So this is a place where he's already made a lot of special memories, and this is the place he expects to make another one tonight.
Had some fun nights in that building, and it's hard not to, because it's the Garden and just the whole legacy of that building, how iconic it is, and how many cool things have happened in that building. How well they're playing or what the situation is, no matter what time of year, it's always just an electric atmosphere, and tomorrow will be just like that.
Malika, I walked out of the press conference room with Steve Kerr, and I said, how do you think he'll respond? And he kind of laughed. He looks at me and he goes, this place, it's the Mecca. Steph will be ready, and I expect him to get it done tonight.
Hey, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere, Nick. And New York looks pretty good on you. I appreciate you joining me. Have some fun tonight, and I'm sure we're going to be talking again soon.
You got it.
Appreciate it. All right, Steph is a 51% shooter from three in his career at Madison Square Garden. That's the best by any player in Madison Square Garden history, and the highest by any active player at any venue. It's a shooter's gym. So let's bring in the full panel to make some bold predictions. Kendrick Perkins is here. Zach, you're here. JJ's back. All right, which quarter is Steph going to break the record in? Remember, he only needs 2 threes. Perk, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, it's in the first quarter.
Right.
I think they want to get it out the way. I think the team, his teammates want to help him get it out the way. I think Steph want to get it out the way. He breaks it in the first quarter.
JJ?
I'm going to say he's going to break it in the first quarter of the first quarter. I think it'll happen in the first 3 minutes of the game. If I'm Draymond, if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm doing everything I can to run every play for him, set every screen for him, get him the ball. Let's get this thing over. Let's let him break the record.
What would you say if I said he might not break? No, I'm joking. I don't know. He's going to break it in the second quarter, third quarter. At the end of the day, he's going to walk out of Madison Square Garden as the greatest three-point shooter we've ever seen. I know we can say that, but this is the record that he's been aiming for. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. He's going to win. What?
Bro,
Why
you just can't answer the question? Like, you know what I mean? Just give us a quarter. Is it that hard?
Is
it that hard?
In the third quarter, in the 15 seconds into the game, I think he's going to come out. Man, he's going to leave that building. That is all that matters.
All right, Zach?
I like JJ's answer. First 6 minutes. Steph used to
Highly
play. Steph
specific.
used to play the whole first quarter. He doesn't anymore. I'm not sure he likes that. Steve Kerr takes him out like at the 4 minute mark, 5 minute mark. So I'm going first 6 minutes. It's over. No drama. The only drama is can you get to 8 or 9 or 10 or something?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, I think it's going to be the first quarter as well. Zach, I'm sad to say I'm not anymore. You're the resident New Yorker here, right?
I used to be.
Well, yeah, we're going to put you're the most recent resident New Yorker. Maybe I am. Whatever. What is the reception going to be?
JJ.
Yeah,
I
yes,
live here.
JJ.
I live here.
You live
Come
here.
on.
All right, you're there. So, JJ, what's the reception going to be in New York?
I mean, MSG has some of the greatest basketball fans in the world, and they appreciate greatness. So I would expect there to be a standing ovation, nothing but cheers for Steph at this incredible accomplishment.
This is going to be fun, and we get to get into it.